Hello, my people. Good day to you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever time zone you're listening to this, thank you for tuning in every single day to listen to me on Daily Mind Shift. My name is Michael Ojuela from Mindset Transformation Africa. And on today's episode, I want us to talk about little details. How we show up in little details show how much we care. Let me anchor today's episode on this statement. Be on time today. How much you care shows up in the little daily details. Be on time today. How much you care shows up in the little daily details. That is what I want us to talk about. Let's start here. When we talk about being on time, we are not just talking about punctuality for the sake of order. No. We're talking about the respect you communicate when you show up, when you say you will show up, where you say you will show up, and how you say you will show up. Being on time is not about looking like a perfectionist. No, it is not. It is more about proving that you are present, you are thoughtful. When you honor time, you're telling the world, I honor myself, I honor you, I honor the moment. Have you ever stopped to consider that every time you are late, especially habitually, you are not just running behind? You're sending a message, a silent, unspoken message to the meeting, to the moment, to the people, to yourself. And the message is, this was not important enough. Now, you may not say that, but your lateness speaks it fluently. And the opposite is true as well. When you are on time, consistently, you are communicating. This matters. You matter. I care. Do you understand me? Being on time is not about clocks. It is about care. And care, my friends, is always in the details. See, big dreams don't require big drama. They require small discipline. And nothing speaks discipline like time management. If you cannot manage minutes, how will you manage milestones? If you ignore the details, how can you be trusted with destiny? Let me say something very clear. The world will test your attention to detail before it ever tests your ability to lead. Because people don't watch your declarations, they watch your daily disciplines. How do you do anything? Because how you do anything is how you do everything. You may be praying for promotion. You may be believing for breakthroughs. You may be building a vision. But if the small daily details are not in order, like keeping your promises, following up, honoring schedules, and yes, being on time, then your life potential is slowly being sabotaged at the micro level. It is not about being perfect. It is about being present, being intentional, being consistent. Because those little hinges swing big doors. Let me ask you something. What is the difference between someone who cares and someone who doesn't care? It is not what they say, it is what they pay attention to. A person who cares notices the little things. They follow up, they respond, they remember your name, they notice your effort, they are aware of how their actions affect the atmosphere. And one of the simplest ways care shows up is when you show up. There is an old saying that says love is spelled Time. It also adds that respect is spelled Punctuality. That means love is spelled time and respect is spelled punctuality. Showing up on time to a conversation, to a meeting, to your own commitment, it is not about being rigid. It is about being rooted in your values, rooted in consideration, rooted in excellence. When you care, you prepare. When you prepare, you are ready. When you are ready, you are on time. So here's a mind shift for you today. The little things you are casual about today are crafting the person you are becoming tomorrow. We love to romanticize growth, all right? We think transformation is fireworks and fanfare, is party. But often transformation is simply showing up again and again and again, showing up early, showing up prepared, showing up consistent, faithful in the small. Jesus said, whoever is faithful with little will be trusted with much. In life, it is not the miracles that give you momentum. It is management. When you understand and you embrace management, you understand growth. So I ask you, what are you managing right now? Your mornings, your meetings, your mindsets, your money, your mouth. It all adds up. And how you manage time is how you manage value. Because time is value. You need to remember that. How you manage time is how you manage value. Your time is value. Don't let disorganization be the reasons that doors are closed to you. Let me be honest with you. Some people are missing opportunities not because they are not gifted, but because they are not grounded. Disorganization will close doors that talent cannot reopen. You might have the voice, you might have the vision, you might have the value, but if you don't have the vessel, the structure, the maturity, the order, your gifts will never find their proper stage. And one of the earliest signs of disorganization is lateness. It may start with being 10 minutes late to meetings, then 1 week late on deliveries, then months behind in execution, until finally no one is waiting anymore. All right. Here's the brutal truth. The world won't always tell you that you are falling behind. Sometimes it's just move on without you. So get organized. Honor your time. Honor other people's time. Because when you do, you open doors without saying a word. See, I want to talk to the person today who is struggling with self-confidence. Maybe you feel overlooked. Maybe you feel like people don't respect you. Maybe you're trying to find your voice. Here's a powerful shift. Before the world respects you, you must respect yourself. You must respect you. And self-respect always starts with self-management. You cannot feel powerful while living powerless over your habits. Don't wait for motivation to start showing up right now. All right? Don't wait to be motivated to start showing up right. Discipline beats motivation every single fucking time. Start small. Set one alarm. Get up when it rings. Schedule your priorities. Then stick to the schedule. Be 5 minutes early instead of 1 minute late. These things don't sound revolutionary, but they will revolutionize your self-respect. You will start to see yourself differently. And guess what? So will everyone else. This world is chaotic, all right? Predictability becomes powerful because we live in a world of chaos. And you become predictable when people know when they say they will be there, they will be there. Reliability is rare today. That is why it is so valuable. When you are on time consistently, people begin to associate your name with trust. And trust is a currency that buys influence. Let me tell you something. Punctuality is not just about being reliable. It is about being remembered. Because people never forget those who always show up on time, those who always show up on point, those who always show up ready. See, some of the chaos you feel in your mind, it is not because life is too hard. It is because life is too disorganized. Structure brings peace. Order brings clarity. Clarity brings confidence. And when you are always rushing, always reacting, always trying to catch up, you are literally exhausting your soul. Your nervous system was not designed for constant adrenaline like that. It was made for alignment. So when you manage time well, you protect your peace. And sometimes peace is as simple as saying, I am going to respect this hour. I'm going to be where I said I will be. I'm going to prepare so I'm not panicking. That is wisdom. That is maturity. That is self-care. And I'll say this again. Big impact is built on small disciplines. Sometimes the most spiritual thing you can do is get your life in order, your calendar, your communication, your commitment. See, God is not random. He walks through order, and so should you. Don't just pray for miracles, prepare for them. And preparation is shown through how you manage your time down to the very minute. I'll end with this. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to always be the best. But please be present, be prepared, be punctual. Because how you show up speaks louder than what you say. Be on time today. Not just to impress anyone, not just to avoid criticism,